Well, thank you everyone who stayed on for our presentation. I'm sorry this is a pre-recorded one due to my travelling today. So thank you very much for your patience, and I hope that the presentation is interesting to you. So as an introduction to me, my name is Mark Bale. I run a consultancy company called DoDxAct, and we specialise in helping people get the best out of drop-on-demand industrial piezo inkjet printheads. And for the purpose of discussion today, for obvious reasons, we're focusing on our expertise in jetting and printing with more functional materials rather than printing inks. So first I'd just like to describe how we work as a company. We provide independent advice, but we do work in collaboration with other suppliers in the market to both utilise and leverage the technology that's available. And we build on our years of experience in order to help our clients get to where they want to be faster. So in the next couple of minutes, as I've already said, we're going to look at experience and expertise that we offer, and then with a couple of examples of equipment. And then after that, we're going to just describe quickly the types of services that are available to help people who are doing functional things with Inkjet. So first and foremost, our broad experience gives us the capability to step into a new project and hit the ground running, really, with advice and with the voice of experience based on our Inkjet understanding. So I've worked starting in OLEDs many years ago, which is now excitingly coming to market, and worked on electronic devices, bio applications, materials for binder jetting, among many other things that I can't mention because they're too specific. And the services we offer are built on a combination of the understanding we have of fluids, but also the critical understanding we've developed over the years of printheads, the way they're put together, the way that benefits the use for functional materials of different types, and in particular challenging chemistries. And as a result, recirculation is one thing that's useful, and here I show a couple of patent images from recirculating printhead suppliers, well-known ones are Dymatics. It's important to understand the pros and cons of recirculation of different types, whether fast, whether slow, and what the ink systems are that power the recirculation of those inks and their volumes. And once you've got ink in a head, then it's the methods you use for optimizing the ink-fluid interaction that we can help advise and formulate approaches for managing it with your specific materials in mind. We make use of our own lab facilities to actually make that possible. And when we talk about services, we'll detail that a bit more. But talking about recirculating printheads, and we've done before projects on ZAR 1003, Dymatics Starfire printhead, and recirculating versions of Ricoh printheads, as well as all the non-recirculating versions from the same supplier. When it comes to recirculation, which can be important for functional materials, but we have different ink systems to choose from for driving the different recirculating printheads. That includes offerings from ZAR themselves, from the GIS, and from Inkjet Limited. And we use bespoke equipment to tailor our services to produce print prototyping and to basically enable input into the R&D process based on testing with printheads, confirmation of resolution and what is required to make the process work, and integrating drying, whether UV curing or IR drying is necessary. So we have a modular conveyor system that makes this possible. In addition, we also have a Jet Expert print station that we use, and this is not shown here. So coming around to services that we offer, well, the place to start is trying to decide which printhead is most appropriate for the fluid that you have. And so we offer advice on the relative differences between printhead offerings, both from a chemistry and physical perspective. If your design is constrained from geometry, for example, then size can be important. Printing to shape is a good example of where the arrays of nozzles, it matters whether they're close together or further apart. And one printhead may be better at this than another. Does the head have to be oriented in a particular direction because some heads are better than others? And so we can help you decide which head is best to adopt. And then beyond that, we can help you get it to work by combining your fluid with the printhead and offering waveform development services for getting your fluid working. And waveforms aren't just about what drop size you fire. It also matters about a latency, so getting nozzles to fire repeatably. And we help people design methods and processes in order to ascertain whether they are getting acceptable performance. First in an R&D environment, but then as we transfer into a process design scheme for a machine. And there's lots of things involved with achieving that objective. So we offer services for prototyping that using equipment we showed before and adapting it to a wide variety of different geometries and needs with different printheads, but all with the central concept of trying to make a production process using single pass style approaches. So that's our brief introduction to what we can offer. I hope that that's been at least a bit interesting to you. And if you have any questions, we'd be very, very happy to hear from you. My contact details have been in the top corner of the presentation throughout. And if you'd like a copy of the presentation, please contact Tim or Amy and we'll be sure to help you out. Thank you very much.